Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. And today, we finna react to how O Entertainment opted out. I think this is also, they're like part of, they're like the other production company behind Jimmy Neutron, but they also did, I think they took over because DNA went out, so I think they took over and did Planet Sheen, which was Tupac to ass. RP to the voice actor that did Sheen, though. Anyway, so without further ado, let's get right into this.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you!
Aye, aye, Captain!
Illuminating television.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Okay, so O Entertainment starts off with Steve Oedekerk. Born in Seattle, Washington, his parents would move to Huntington Beach, California, and graduate from Day High School in Santa Monica and Golden West College in his hometown of Huntington Beach. At the start of his career in the entertainment world, Steve would get into acting. While also making shows for UPN, ABC, and NBC, he would also do scripts for Fox from the 80s to the 90s. While working on the show In Living Color, he would meet actor Jim Carrey and do various collaborations. The first indie project to come from Oedekerk outside of network shows was Smart Alex in 1987, but was never released. By 1991, Oedekerk would create High Strung and wrote, filmed, and acted in it himself as the protagonist Thane Furrows. But leave a bookmark here for Steve Oedekerk founded O Entertainment in 1990 to achieve independence and not rely on networks for notoriety. His early work were Thumbation series such as Thumb War, Bat Thumb, and Thumbmatic. Steve would also take
I vividly remember that Thumb show. That Thumb show was stupid as fuck. As a kid, that show was stupid.
interest in the Johnny Quasar prototype of Jimmy Neutron and would be in collaboration with DNA Productions in the late 90s while producing his first show, The O Show.
I'm Steve Oedekerk. Not now.
The O Show was made for NBC on September 3rd, 1997. It was mainly going to be a series, however was tested as a TV special. This special was the first of its kind in surreal comedy to use more than one animation technique such as computer animation. O Entertainment would fail to release it as an ongoing series, but distributed the special into a VHS, which is in rare condition for those who can find the movie. There were talks of a sequel, but were never realized. By the late 90s, Oedekerk would be in both his animation studio while making films such as The Nutty Professor, Ace Ventura, and Nothing to Lose, while at the same time making his second animated film, Santa vs. the Snowman 3D. By 99, DNA and O Productions would create the pilot for Barnyard. O Entertainment would partner with DNA Productions and make the Jimmy Neutron movie and then The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius series on Nickelodeon in 2001. By 2002, O Entertainment would make O-Mation, a division dedicated to animated series that were not in collaboration with DNA. The first original was Barnyard, and it wasn't as good as Oedekerk would imagine it to be. With a $51 million budget, it would be released 4 years later from Nickelodeon as he was in a deal with Universal in 2003. The movie, which was made by O-Mation, would mostly get poor reviews. Critics would call it, quote, unimaginative, aiming too far from where Pixar wouldn't even consider it, although they made movies like this years later. Barnyard, despite the negative critiques, would gross $116.5 million in the box office, getting the number 2 spot against Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby, World Trade Center, and Step Up. Barnyard would be nominated for an 06 Stinkers Bad Movie Award. By 2007, Back at the Barnyard would be on Nickelodeon for 2 seasons while making The Failed Show, which would shut it down. After the abrupt cancellation of The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron, DNA Productions would close down, leaving the remaining crew to work for O-Mation. The first rendition of Planet Sheen was Red Acres, which was originally done by Keith Alcorn and Mike Gassaway. It was pitched to Nick first and rejected due to the original rule of having the main character be a child, while Cartoon Network and Kids WB would follow suit. Years later, would go back to Nickelodeon to pitch what was then another sequel focusing on Sheen and Carl, but only wanted the show to focus on Sheen. Nickelodeon would agree on keeping Carl, however would have to change his character scheme, but would still be voiced by Rob Paulsen. Steve Banks would...
That's why it was ass. They should have just added Carl, bro. It made no sense to make a Carl-like character and use the same voice actor. You might as well just use Carl. It made all the sense in the world, but I digress.
Further the project after the green light. Core would do half of the animation until Bardell Entertainment would take over after the shutdown. Planet Sheen would release October 10th, 2010 during a dual premiere with Tough Puppy. The show would do horribly in views due to the fact that Sheen would work as a main character and more or less comic relief. Planet Sheen would only last one season and end in 2013. After 2013, the studio would shut down due to the failure of Planet Sheen. There were many talks of sequels to movies with certain collaborations, but never realized. O Entertainment was short-lived for a good reason. The studio didn't have much outside of Barnyard. Rehashing Steve Estevez wasn't a good thought, as Jimmy Neutron was more action-packed and worked with Sheen as comic relief. Giving him his own show wasn't a really good way of keeping the company going. On top of that, O-Mation was given DNA production employees after the shutdown, so it was only a matter of time before O Entertainment would have the same fate. Having more imaginative IPs would have helped the company out, but much like DNA, O only existed because Steve would collaborate with people within his circle, only proving that after Jimmy Neutron, O would have many problems staying afloat. With many projects in limbo, it is safe to say O will live on through Jimmy, and not Sheen.
Epilogue.
1, 2, 3, 4. We all can sing. Yes, we all can sing. We all can sing instead of Sheen.
What? I can sing.
We all can sing.
I can sing.
Yes, we all can sing.
Do it all the time in the show.
We all can sing instead of Sheen.
Jose up next. Uh-oh. Look like they up next on the docket. All right. I'm here for it, brother. We here for it. But anyway, so yeah, listen. Only know about Barnyard because of my sister, bro. My sister used to actually watch Barnyard. I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit was ass, bro. That shit was ass. I'm sorry. But if you love Barnyard, that's you. That show was ass. I could understand why little kids would like it, but as a, I don't know when that was like 2010. So yeah, I was in high school by that point. As a teenager,
3 letters.
1 word.
I get I wasn't the target audience. I get that part. You weren't the target audience for that show. I get that I wasn't the target audience for that show. But it's just like, I feel like shows like that is why this generation has all the brain rot memes in their head that they do now. I blame a lot of these stupid ass shows that was on Nickelodeon and Disney and Cartoon Network around this time, bro. Because the 2010s, I ain't gonna lie to you, y'all cartoons didn't hit like our cartoons did. I'm telling y'all, bro. Y'all got a bunch of nonsense and stupid shit and fart jokes. At least our fart jokes came here and there. The most we was doing, we was dealing with conflicts. We was learning how to problem solve, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? How to turn your cheek, how to do the right thing. A little bit of violence sprinkled in there. I think that's why us millennials are very violent, are the very violent type. But aside from that, though, I think we had probably, I think we still had a good messaging and upbringing for our cartoons, whereas Gen Z going into the 2010s, Gen Z, 2020, I probably say like 2008 to like probably what would be considered y'all last like what 2012, yeah. So like from 2008 to 2012, Gen Z, yeah, y'all got all that brain rot cartoon shit. I think that's why y'all so fucked up now. But anyway, so let's just go about do it for this one. I will see you all in the next video. Till then, deuces.